Speaking with Joy Jibrilu, Director General for the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism. And Director, once again, welcome to New York City.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here once again.
I was in Bahamas earlier this year, in the Bahamas, for Marketplace. And every time I've been to the Bahamas, there seemed to be so much excitement. I was there, I saw the rejuvenation of the Cable Beach area. Beautiful. I want to answer you directly. There have been some issues in terms of the Bahamas project. There have been a lot of negative news here in the press, the New York Times, the Bloomberg News. Where does it stand now in terms of the Bahamas project?
Well, it's great to hear you say that you've visited recently and you've seen the energy and almost the revitalization. Of course, we're talking about Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas. That's where CHTA was held this year. Before I get into the specifics of Bahamas, one of the things that I would like to say in terms of the impact that it has cause for this rejuvenation. We see infrastructure development, roadworks that just make it so much easier for visitors and locals alike, whether going from the airport into town, the airport to Cable Beach, the airport to Paradise Island. The refigured or brand new Lyndon Pinling International Airport, a $450 million development. Lots of new properties that have come up, hotel properties, as a result of Bahamas. And I think the spotlight that was shone upon the Bahamas because of the birth of Bahamas. So, of course, there was great disappointment when it did not open last year as planned. Fortunately, this is a great time to be asked the question that you just asked me. The Prime Minister recently announced in his budget communication last week in the House of Parliament in the Bahamas that China Exim Bank and China Construction America, they have entered into an agreement, and it has been agreed that they will complete the construction of Bahamas this year. We do know that it was approximately 95 to 97% complete, but that last 3%, sometimes it seemed Herculean, would they ever get to that point? But an agreement has been made, and as we speak, they should be mobilizing so that the construction should be completed. And I am led to understand that the reason for that is that there are two preferred bidders that have come to the forefront to purchase Bahamas, but their undertaking, they want the building to be completed, the project to be completed. So we're just cautiously optimistic, certainly very optimistic that we will see the development completed. It is to the point we had an IDB governors of central bank. They held their annual conference, and that took place at Bahamas in April of this year. Approximately, I think, 2,000 people came. The feedback, you could not have asked for better. They thought it was the most spectacular property. They enjoyed the facilities. So that speaks to the fact that the conference center and all the facilities surrounding the conference center is completed, and it was used where I think the rating would have been excellent.
Once the Bahamas project fully comes on stream, what does that mean? What does that do for the economy of the Bahamas? Have there been any projected numbers in terms of the economy?
You know, there were initial projections. We knew that the contribution to GDP by Bahamas, once it opened, it would increase our GDP significantly. And we have seen our ratings drop by Standard & Poor's and Moody's because Bahamas did not open. So it will be great to see that reversed. I would not want to put any number out there because it's amazing how someone will say, well, you predicted X, Y, and Z. But we know that that 6,000 people will be employed. Just to have that amount of people employed on one project, that is huge, that is significant. So the impact will be immediate, it will be real. And it's also the knock-on effect. It's not just direct employment, it's all the support services that will be necessary. And we're talking whether your taxi bus drivers, tour operators, you're talking about vendors benefiting from it, restaurateurs, it goes on and on and on. The support services, legal officers, accounting officers. And so it bodes well for the economy of the Bahamas. But I did speak a few moments ago to the fact that we have already begun to see the spin-off effect in terms of development of other properties that are taking place. We look at Paradise Island, where you have the Warwick Hotel, a branded hotel by the Warwick, 4-star, all-inclusive hotel for adults only. This is a new product offering for the Bahamas, and it's created excitement in the marketplace. You know, and these are the types of things, it's not just that. Downtown, we have a 3-star offering, product that hotel that's just being gutted and totally renovated again. And I'm advised that that is going to be branded by Crown Marriott. And so it's brought a lot of excitement. People have come into the marketplace because they feel that Bahamas will have such a positive impact. And it's created room now for so many others to come on board. So we have been doing nicely. We've had growth in figures, notwithstanding that Bahamas did not open last year as predicted.
I must tell you, my first trip to the Bahamas was 15 years ago. I stayed at Freeport, in Freeport at Orlacaya. I've been told that after the hurricane, Orlacaya, hasn't sustained itself like we expected. I was also told there's not a whole lot going on around Port Orlacaya. What's the situation in terms of Freeport at this stage?
Grand Bahama Island, after Hurricane Jeannie and Hurricane Francis, it really did go through a very, very difficult period of time. Last year, however, 2015, we saw banner growth in Grand Bahama. Tourist arrivals went up approximately 25%. And what was that due to? Well, partnership with Sunwing out of Canada, the Memories Resort, right next to Alukaya. They invested into that, renovated it, branded it a Memories Resort, all inclusive. We had direct airlift coming in from Canada, 8 gateways out of Canada into Freeport, Grand Bahama. So a surge in the Canadian market and tourists coming from Canada. Alukaya is a beautiful property, so I respectfully contradict you. It's one of my favorite places where I go and stay, and they have maintained it. In fact, they have reopened the lighthouse portion of the hotel right next to Alukaya December of last year, so less than 6 months now, and that's all inclusive. So we're seeing very positive things happening in Grand Bahama. I must say this year we are watching keenly because Grand Bahama was doing so very well out of Canada with airlift, the direct airlift coming from both east, central, west coast of Canada. But we know that the Canadian market has taken a hit. The currency the value has gone down tremendously, and we're seeing the impact. So the Ministry of Tourism, working with the Grand Bahama Tourism Board, we're doing everything we can to ensure that they do not lose their share that they have fought so hard to capture.
I'm certain there's a whole lot more happening in the Bahamas. Mr. Riley today spoke about underwater weddings. I was there. I swam with the sharks.
Swim with the pigs?
No, I didn't. I have to do that. As you can tell, I'm very excited about the Bahamas. Share with us, some of the other exciting things. You have John Canoe comes up in December. Let's talk a bit more about that side of it.
The beauty about the Bahamas, when you talk about a region, the Caribbean, that's known for its beauty, outstanding beauty. And you say, what is it that differentiates us from Jamaica, that has stunning topography, or Barbuda, or Antigua, and I can go on and on and on. Well, we have 700 islands, thousands of keys, and so you're spoiled for choice. You know, we talk about one island, Exuma Island, but then they have 365 keys, so we can say you can go to one every day of the year. So there is so much in terms of variety. There's so many different experiences, and people are looking for new experiences. They're looking for sun, sand, and sea, but they want value added as well. And what is that value added? Is it ecotourism? And again, whether it's your niche markets, your diving, your boating, we can offer that. But one of the really special niches that we're carving out and that we're so proud of is our festivals. We've just coming off the heels of Bahamas Junkanoo Carnival. This is our second year. What an incredible experience. There were so many naysayers the first year, and then the Junkanoo Carnival took off, and it was so well received. Well, the second year it got bigger and it got better, and we saw visitors coming for it, the journalists that came for it, the feedback and the stories that have come out of that. So people understanding, getting into it, enjoying it as a cultural offering. And then contrasted with that, we have Bahamas Junkanoo, something that's unique to the Bahamas. This is our traditional festival that takes place during the Christmas season, something that we are so proud of. In fact, I always say Junkanoo is in the blood of the people of the Bahamas. You hear that goatskin drum beat, you hear the cowbells ring, and you can't help but move. This is something that we're sharing with the world. We were voted best festival 2 years ago, and it's bragging rights, something that we're proud about, and it's letting the world know that we have all these different, and I hate to use the word things, you know, carnivals, festivals, Junkanoo, that we can also offer to people and really show that we have, as our brothers and sisters to the south of us do, but each is unique, each of them unique, and something special to come and see.
I tell you, I'm coming back for some of that conch salad, the conch soup, the conch fritters.
Well, you know, I saw Resonance did a report, and they shared it with all of us today, Caribbean Tourism Week, and they looked at probably 8, 9, 10 categories: entertainment, culture, hotel lodgings, etc. And you know, to see the Bahamas in the top 4 for culinary, that people are appreciating the food of the Bahamas. So you're right, we do something special with conch. You know, a lot of people say conch, but thank you for calling it conch. You know, you're going to have to come and experience conch salad, conch fritters, conch chowder for yourself. We have a little saying in the Bahamas as well. You know, we consider that conch strengthens you, the men in particular, but added to that, it is delicious. So it has to be experienced, not just because it tastes good, but because it's good for you too.
Well, I have to tell you, if I wasn't already sold on the Bahamas, you did an extremely good job at promoting a destination that I truly, truly, truly love. And I look forward to seeing you on my next trip to the Bahamas.
And I cannot wait to welcome you back to the Bahamas and show you the Bahamas that we Bahamians love, and you know, just to demonstrate why we say it's better in the Bahamas.
I'm speaking with Colin James. Colin is the CEO of the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority. And here with us is Shirley Nibbs from the Ministry of Tourism, right? As a tourism consultant. We're here in New York, bringing some Caribbean to New York. We're at Caribbean Week 2016. How's it been going so far, Colin?
So far it's been going fantastically well. We have been out in full force with our team here. We've had a great culinary display with our chefs here. Chef Melvin, Chef Terry, and Chef Zinzi have been supporting the team here with some fantastic creations and really spreading the word of Antigua and Barbuda and some of the aspects which we might not be that well known for, but we hope to clear that up with our culinary and exposing what's great about the destination with regards to food and the whole aspects of our culture. This year is our 60th anniversary of Carnival, so we are particularly proud of that, and we are using the opportunity to reach not just the diaspora who normally would come home for Carnival, but other visitors in the tri-state area to actually come down and celebrate with us the 60th anniversary of Carnival.
All right, well, let's talk briefly about what Antigua and Barbuda offers. And I'll pose this question to you, Chef.
Well, we have a variety of offerings for the visitor. We can start with the fact that Antigua and Barbuda is known as a beach destination. We say we have 365 of those white sandy beaches, but in case it's a leap year, we have those pink sand beaches in Barbuda, and you can have 17 miles of pink sand beach, just as an example. But we're not just about a beach, because we realize that people have active lives, they like adventure, so we have things like swimming with the stingrays, we have zip lining, kayaking, and we also we are known as being the sailing mecca of the Eastern Caribbean with our various boat shows and sailing activities. We have offshore trail rides. We are good with our cultural activities. Mr. James mentioned the carnival, but we also focus a lot on sports tourism, and there's a lot for persons to do in Antigua and Barbuda. Key and tying all of those things together is our fantastic cuisine. A taste of Antigua is a delight. We have indigenous foods that we focus on to include our fungi and saltfish and dukana. And I see you're getting excited. It's because you must be hungry by now. And we want to really focus on our culinary tourism as well.
In terms of growth, Colin, how do those numbers look?
The numbers are great. We have been seeing out of the USA 20% growth year on year for almost every month so far up until the end of April, the figures that we have at our disposal. So we can see that the destination has been doing well. That equates to about 45,000 US residents who have visited Antigua and Barbuda so far for the year. So overall, our destination is doing a double-digit growth, with combining all destinations, but out of the USA has been particularly strong. And I think that's been driven by the new airlift that we have with JetBlue, which started last at the beginning of the winter season. We have JetBlue serving us directly from JFK. We have American also with direct flights from JFK. We have United out of Newark, New Jersey with direct flights. Delta with flights out of Atlanta directly to Antigua and Miami and Charlotte. So we are well served from the Northeast Corridor, where most of our business comes from. We can get you on the beach if you leave at 8 o'clock by 10 to 12. You have arrived in Antigua at the Caribbean's newest and most modern and most fantastic international Cervisi Bread International Airport Terminal, where we have everything from a pet restroom, to the jet bridges, to really give you a first-class experience, not just for you, but for your traveling companions as well. So it's been a great year for us. I think a lot of effort has gone into not just improving the physical facility to ensure that the guest experience is first-rate, but also to be improving the processes. So through customs and immigration, we have changed processes. So the handling time, for example, for an average visitor is like 3 minutes, through customs and immigration. So we really putting our best foot forward. We're training our staff, really focusing on offering service and making sure that service is an excellent one. So your entire experience, every touch point that you have with someone in Antigua and Barbuda is supposed to be first rate and second to none. And I think that has helped a lot tremendously in fueling the growth, and particularly with the repeat business that we've been seeing coming to our destination.
The massive increase of airlift, if I may say, massive increase in airlift, was that to fill a room capacity, or are you in the process of adding additional rooms?
Well, it's both, but primarily that we're in the process of adding additional room capacity. We have quite a few exciting projects on the table, and we are well served as a hub as well for other islands around the region, but we're planning for those additional rooms that are coming on stream.
Are you at a position right now to share some of those projects and negotiations?
Yes, Mr. James.
Absolutely. We have the Paradise Phone, Robert De Niro's project in Barbuda, which is a $250 million venture that's just about ready to start. We have Perns Point, which is a hotel property by the Satai Group. We also have the Callaloo Key, which is being built by Sheikh Tariq from the United Arab Emirates. That's adjacent to Carlisle Bay in Old Road. We have the Replay Group out of Canada, which is just taking over the defunct Half Moon Way property again, which will be building out, over 100 rooms there. So, by and large, it's just been property after property, new developments coming on stream. Hodges Bay Club, 79 suites, that's going to be opening in December. That's going to be our newest. And even in Barbuda, haven't been forgotten. We have Barbuda Bell with Barbuda's newest property. It's a small, very upscale, very exclusive resort, which I think they started with 7 suites and they're going to be upgrading to 15 shortly. But we have been seeing new product come on island, which has really enhanced the room stock. We've seen even existing projects such as Nonsuch Bay and Veranda expanding their room count. So all in all, I think we're keeping pace with the increased airlift, not just from North America, but from Europe as well. We have flights from Milan now and Rome. Alitalia services the destination once a week, which supports the new Ocean Point Hotel, which has just come back on stream with 70 rooms. So we have been really diversifying the product offering in the source markets where we get our visitors from, and I see us in for a bumper year this year with tourism, and that's only can be good news for everybody in our island that depends on that industry for their livelihood.
As part of that diversification plan, do you see the rest of the Caribbean as a target market?
Oh, we have always included the Caribbean as a part of our target market. And as we have been putting our attention and resources into the USA and European and UK market, we have equally given attention to our Caribbean market. And so we have done quite a few promotions throughout the various islands. We have an increase in terms of visitor arrivals, particularly from the French islands of Guadeloupe and Martinique. Recently, we conducted a promotion activity in Trinidad and Tobago, and we've seen peaked interest. Our hoteliers who were on that trip have indicated that they've had bookings and a lot of interest generated. And so we believe that the region is a great market for us as well.
Do you realize that double-digit growth in this economy is significant?
We, and I said we because we do, and we want to say it is a team effort. And when we say team, not just the tourism team, we want to say the government has been very supportive and giving us the support and resources to really reach out. We have engaged all of our stakeholders, the private and public sector, and we feel it's the first time that we really are working as one team to put Antigua and Barbuda out there. We're proud of this accomplishment, and we have our clear targets and clear strategy, and we know if we all continue to work together, we will make it happen.
Absolutely. And that double-digit growth is also coming from the Caribbean market as well. We've had new airlift from the Dominican Republic with Power Dominicana. We have had Inter-Caribbean Airways from the Turks and Caicos serving us for the first time through the Dominican Republic again, and also Seabourn from San Juan. So not just Leat as a regional carrier, we've been working with all other carriers to ensure that people can get to our destination easy. And what you found, once you have the airlift, we'll travel. Have plane, we'll travel. Get the connectivity, get the marketing to support it, and you will drive the numbers. And we have seen that coming from the Caribbean visitors as well. So I'd want to use this opportunity to invite everybody to come to Antigua for Carnival this year. It's our 60th anniversary. It's going to be a great time. We look forward to welcoming you to 2 of the most beautiful islands in the world, where you're going to find great food, great music, and fantastic people.
Continued success.
Thank you so much, and thank you for interviewing us. We really appreciate it and helping us to get out our message to the rest of the world.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
I'm speaking with Catherine Hughes. Catherine is the Minister of Tourism for the Republic of Guyana.
That's right.
Newly installed minister, I would imagine. It's the new government. We'll talk about your celebration first, and then we'll go on to other things. You're celebrating 50 years of independence.
Yes, absolutely. On May 26th, literally, just about a week ago, Guyana celebrated 50 years. And it was quite a celebration. We had thousands upon thousands of Guyanese come back from the diaspora. I don't have an exact figure, but we were just overwhelmed with the response. And it was a fantastic celebration of all Guyana is. It was a celebration of our culture, our art. We had music festivals every night. Literally, we celebrated for a week. Our cuisine, of course, our cuisine reflects our six races. We're a mixture of cultures. Our achievements, because as a country, we've had noted writers, poets, and so the literary aspect, the art, the craft, the music, the fashion were all part of the celebration, in addition to looking at our history.
Okay, well, I must say congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Let's talk about, we are at a tourism conference now. Let's talk about what Guyana has to offer. Your destination is a unique destination, if I may say. Your tourism product is different to Barbados, Jamaica, etc. Let's talk about that product, the development stage that you're at, in terms of bringing visitors to the destination.
Yes, Guyana, our tagline actually is Guyana, South America Undiscovered. And I think that explains the mixture that Guyana is. I like to say that we have the warmth, the personality, the enthusiasm, the drive that you find in Caribbean people. And of course, historically, we are closely associated with the Caribbean, being a former British colony. So those are very strong ties. But the reality is that we are on the mainland of South America, and so we're very different in terms of our product. You won't find blue water and white sandy beaches. We have beaches. The water looks like Coca-Cola, nice and clear and fresh with lots of mineral benefits to it. But we also have an ecotourism or a nature-based product. We have fantastic waterfalls, massive, exciting rivers, great savanna lands, and an interior savanna that is teeming with mountains, over 700 species of birds. We have natural wildlife, flora and fauna that's still intact, rainforest that is pristine. So Guyana is packaging itself as a new emerging nature-based tourism product. And I'm excited because being here at Caribbean Week gives us an opportunity to continue to reinforce the ties we have with CTO. CTO has been very, very helpful in helping us develop and market our product. And now that our 50th anniversary is over, we've got an aggressive marketing plan. Social media is an important part of that, where we're going to be going out more to the world and to the Caribbean region, telling them about what we have to offer. In December 2015, we were excited when Business UK listed Guyana 9 among 12 new emerging destinations that are must-see in 2016. So the word of Guyana is out. For too long, I think not enough people know what we have to offer. So now our focus is on our marketing and getting the word out.
Guyana is an extremely big country in South America. I know there's Kaijo Falls. It takes a while to get to Kaijo Falls. There's Baganara.
Yes.
There's Arrow Point.
Yes, I can tell. I can see that you've been and enjoyed some of our resorts.
Exactly, the Splashmans. So Guyana has a lot to offer. Can you talk a bit in more detail of how you intend to market and promote Guyana?
Well, 45 of our current visitors, and we have right now, we get 200, last year we had 265,000 visitors to Guyana. So we're looking at increasing that figure. 45% of that figure comes from our diaspora populations, mainly in the U.S. And that's why, there are quite a few trade fairs that we come to. We have some very specific niche markets. The birding, as a birding destination, Guyana is now making a name. And last year we had 3,000 visitors that came specifically to look at our birds. And they came from North America, and they also came in large part from Europe. from the UK, from Germany, and from Holland. So the whole birding is a niche that we're promoting. I mentioned the nature-based and the adventure, the eco feel to our tourism product. And as you were mentioning, we have some fantastic resorts on our Essequibo river, and we have loads of rivers, waterfalls. Guyana is endowed with some fantastic, beautiful scenic locations and waterfalls. And of course, our signature is Kaicho Falls, which is one of the largest single drop waterfalls in the world. Kaicho plunders 741 feet in an absolute straight drop, and it's nestled in a pristine, well preserved rainforest. So, visitors to Kaicho tell you that you go and it is a life changing experience. And of course, as you mentioned, we have quite a few resorts on some of our other rivers. We're also known for our sports tourism. Cricket has always been big in Guyana. Most people that know Guyana know cricket, know border, and now we have a new stadium. And so, in terms of motor racing and cricket, those are major sporting events when, during the course of a year, we get lots of visitors. The other niche that we are promoting is also our community-based tourism. And as you will know, when you ask how are we going to promote it, social media is a very, very important aspect of our promotional plan. And research is showing today, and we spoke about it at this conference, that more and more the tourist and the visitor today is not interested so much in taking a photograph in front of a statue or a building, but they want an experience. And I think that that's what Guyana offers to any visitor. You have an opportunity to hike up mountains, through savanna lands, and in terms of community tourism, to actually engage with a community that is offering a tourism product. And so I'd like to use the example of one of our indigenous villages in the Rupununi, which is just a splendid area to visit. Savanna lands, that's where you are likely to find an antita trucking across the savannas, where you're likely to find fantastic mountains, and the birds, the fauna. A jaguar could be on a trail in the evening if you're driving by. And so we are saying that without community tourism, we've got indigenous communities that a visitor can come, stay in a resort that gives you solar power, that gives you internet access, all the amenities that a traveler would want today, and also to experience the culture of that community. And what's really exciting for me with our community tourism model is that the people of the community provide the product. So a member of the community will be working in the hospitality area, in maintaining your rooms. There's a team of women and men that handle the cuisine. In the evening, you're likely to enjoy a bonfire where the young people of the community present to you a cultural show with their indigenous music, in their indigenous dress. And of course, there are some members of the community that also are the tour operators and tour guides. So it really gives you a glimpse into what our forests offer, and most importantly, an opportunity to be part of an indigenous community.
I think I'm hearing from you that the Caribbean, the rest of the Caribbean, is a serious target market for you.
Absolutely, because at this point in time, I mentioned we have 45% of our tourists coming from the diaspora, but we have another 25% that come from within the Caribbean. And Guyana, as the headquarters of CARICOM, we've always had strong links with our fellow Caribbean representatives and sisters and brothers in the region. So for us, it's very, very important to maintain that. And we think that the Caribbean has enough people that want to know other Caribbean territories, and we offer a perfect weekend getaway. for anybody in any other part of the Caribbean.
Is there is there a challenge with airlift targeting the rest of the Caribbean? I mean, we know the issues in the Caribbean in terms of airlift from destination to destination.
Yes, the challenge, we are limited in that area. Guyana tends to have a lot more airlift from the North American destinations, like out of New York, out of Miami. I'm happy to say that we have Fly Jamaica, that of course flies and picks up passengers from New York, Jamaica onto Guyana. And then the mainstay of our airlift is Caribbean Airlines and Liat. Caribbean Airlines has been a great partner. They fly to all the Caribbean destinations, and we have a good relationship with them. And of course, also central is Liat. Liat is able to bring quite a few of our visitors to Guyana. The other thing too is that we have in airlines like Incel Air and Copa, which also bring travelers, and they've got excellent services if we're covering the Dutch or the French Caribbean. So the airlift is there, and we just hope and want to build on it even more.
Speaking with the Honorable Cecil Mackey, and Cecil is the Minister of Tourism, Sports and Culture in the island of St. Vincent, or the islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadine. You're here at Caribbean Week in New York 2016. How's it been going so far?
Well, it has been going great. This is one of our more important tourism-related events on any calendar year. And at the week of activities, I'm also joined by the CEO of the Tourism Authority, because they are responsible for marketing the destination and developing the soft products. So we ensure that we come to Caribbean Tourism Organization Week of Activities every year. And this year we are here participating in all of the events, because we think that it's very important for us to use the opportunity to network with the other tourism ministries and officials in the various tourism departments in the Caribbean. But as important, to put the message out to the world, not only on our individual destinations, but also as a region, so that we promote the Caribbean as a region. And once we get persons coming to the region, all of the destinations will benefit.
Okay, but tell me about the destination, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
32 islands and keys. We have mainland St. Vincent, and we have several other islands. So the beauty about the destination, you can pay for one destination and get 31 free. Now this allows us to have one of the most diverse tourism products in the region, because if you can come to one destination and have so many different experiences, and when I say experiences, they're based on ecotourism. Mainland St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have a volcano, La Soufrière volcano, that has caused most of the beaches on the mainland to be black sand beaches because of the volcanic formation. We also have the Botanical Gardens, which is the oldest and one of the best in the Western Hemisphere. We celebrated 250 years of that facility last year. We have several other tourism sites strewn across the entire length and breadth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We also do a lot of sports tourism, cultural tourism. In the Grenadines, the beaches are formed from coral, and therefore the beaches on the Grenadines are white sand beaches. So you have a mixture of white sand in the Grenadines, black sand on mainland St. Vincent. We have some brown beige beaches on the mainland as well. The Grenadines, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are known to have some of the best sail and dive waters in the entire world. Right? Not just the region, the world. Right? We also place a lot of emphasis on weddings and honeymoons. Right? So that makes an entire package that you can get in the one destination, and that's what makes us so very special and so very unique. So many different experiences you can have in one destination, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Let's talk a bit about airlift and room capacity.
Yes. All right. One of our greatest challenges in terms of getting persons to the destination would have been access by air. We are second to the BVI where yacht arrivals are concerned, and we do pretty well where cruisers are concerned. So we attract good numbers there. But because persons had to land at another island, another country in the Caribbean before they come to St. Vincent, so they come in on a big plane and they have to transfer to a 50-seater to get to the destination, or smaller aircrafts of smaller capacity. So that has been a challenge. Persons arrived without the baggage, flights were delayed, cancelled. In the next couple of months, we're going to have our own international airport, brand new international airport. So that will be opened in 2016. That is going to eliminate all of the challenges that we had previously in terms of access by air, and it will open a new world for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It will be a game changer. So we expect that in short time the numbers will increase and increase very rapidly, because if we have the diversity in terms of the tourism product, we are working on the destinations to enhance them. We are working with the communities to offer community tourism. We are working with the schools, the churches, all of the stakeholders to uplift the offerings that we have. And of course, the stakeholders, the tourism plans, we are working with them in terms of improving on standards. So we have minimum standards established that all of the facilities have to come up to, and also the operators. They have to operate to minimum standards so that we can enhance the overall tourism product and make the destination even more attractive. We also have 4 medical schools operating on the island. That's another 1,000 students from about 12 different countries, nationalities. We've had to improve on our room capacity also to accommodate those students. So the question of room stock has been a challenge for us, and that is why we are working with several investors. Some of them are on the ground now, and some of the existing facilities, they are not only enhancing them, but they're adding new rooms, because capacity is going to be a challenge going forward with all of these new opportunities in the tourism sector. But we are making progress, and we are comfortable in terms of where we are now as we increase our numbers.
Now, I need you all to know that I love all the food from the Caribbean. So there is no third, second, or first here. It's all deliciousness. It's bare deliciousness on this blasted stage. Right? Coming in with the prawns. From my great-grandmother's home country of Antigua, Chef Darren! Where is Chef Darren? That's number 3. Antigua in the building. Then in second place is the Yardies, Jamaica, Chef Andre in the building. Chef Andre, where you is? I want you there. I want you there. Chef Andre. It's all right. Chef Andre busy cooking some jerk chicken, I think. The winner I need you all to know that I love all the food from the Caribbean. So there is no third, second, or first here. It's all deliciousness. It's bare deliciousness on this blasted stage. Right? Coming in with the prawns. From my great-grandmother's home country of Antigua, Chef Darren! Where is Chef Darren? That's number 3. Antigua in the building. Then in second place is the Yardies, Jamaica, Chef Andre in the building. Chef Andre, where you is? I want you there. I want you there. Chef Andre. It's all right. Chef Andre busy cooking some jerk chicken, I think. The winner of tonight's competition is from the 246 Barbuda, Chef Greg. Cheese on bread. Tell everybody, tell the people something. Tell everybody since you want bite. Rum. And rhythm. And rhythm. From them, 246 in the building. Let's hear it for Chef Greg from Barbuda.
It feels good. Feels great. As I always say, want something cooking, and there's people there, I'm happy. And it's even sweeter to be judged the Rum and Rhythm Chef of the Year for 2016.
This is the best way to end the week. It was a very busy week, successful, but you cannot not have a great night tonight. It's everything you ever wanted, every flavor of the Caribbean, every taste of culture. It's a wonderful evening and the best way to end the week.